All right. Yes. We have made great success despite a new version of XSplit that has completely screwed everything up, at least temporarily. Like, it's a lot better, it appears, but made it through some technical difficulties, but it seems like we got everything set up and we are ready to go. Week 9, Hero Academy Live. Are you excited? I am excited to be streaming some Hero Academy for you guys today. So thanks for tuning in. Feel free to pop on over in the chat if you want to hang out or ask questions while the game's going on. Got some good stuff lined up for you today. Should have more of the Monkey Warlock game. I think he's going to be around to make some turns. I'll be talking about one turn that I made over the break, because otherwise the game was going to lapse. Got some ducksoup.com tournament games. Ducksoup Gaming. I'm not sure if it's ducksoup.com. It's ducksoupgaming.com. So shout out to those guys hosting a Hero Academy tournament that I'm playing in. Got one or two games going on with that. I'm not sure if TB Kesk is going to be around today, but I should have one or two games with that going on, as well as some just, random stuff. And additionally, let's have some commentary on Dark Elves. We've gone through Shaolin, we've gone through Council, and now it's time to start talking about the Dark Elves. So we'll have a bunch of strategy discussion about that. So if you're looking to level up your Dark Elf play, or figure out how to just crush them, depending on who you like to play, then today is your day. We will be going through that. So without further ado, I'd like to start this off by playing against Dr. Doom, who has been chatting me away in the game. So this is a Shaolin versus a Council match. I am Shaolin, and I originally thought that this might be one of the ducksoup.com or ducksoupgaming.com tournament games. So I picked Shaolin right off the bat because I've been playing exclusively Shaolin in that tournament, but that was not the case. And this game basically started out with he made a nice play on KOing my poisoner. Was able to follow it up with a Taoist KO, and then was able to get my second Taoist in an exchange. And I've basically been bleeding away units as I've been trying to get my last Taoist and my last Shadow on the board, which of course were conveniently buried both last in my deck. But nevertheless, I have persevered to some degree, and even though he's got a ton of offense left, where there's a Shadow, there is, at least theoretically, a way. And so now I got to figure out how to crack this nut. He's been kind of nibbling away at my crystals, which I've been more than happy to let him do, because he's not nibbling away at my units, and that could be problematic if he decided to do that. But now they're all on the map, so it's time to up the ante a bit. So I need to figure out how I'm gonna punish him. One thing that I could do just right off the bat is take out this this cleric, although I'm not sure that's the right approach, because I'm pretty sure this monk would just die. This is the problem with only having one Taoist, is any high value unit that gets KO'd out in kind of the offensive areas is pretty much only going to be able to be rezzed by this Shadow, and if that's the case, then it'll lose all its equipment. So I might want to hang on to that move for now, but I'd love to. I mean, like, the perfectly ideal play would be to somehow like steal a cleric, because that would pretty much end the game, as long as I could get one on my side, or at least weaken him. But I think more realistically, my play is just going to be to whittle away at the high HP units, try to keep my Shadow alive, and see if I can't just kind of nibble away at some of these units here. So To do that, I may need to spend a turn repositioning and hope that he kind of whittles away at my crystals again. Maybe take a pot shot at the knight. Actually, no, that's going to put my poisoner in danger, so I can't do that. If I did something like this, that seems to have much more potential. Just want to poke him a little bit, force him to spend some AP. Because if he has to spend an AP healing that night, then that's one less AP he has to do serious damage to me elsewhere. So I'm thinking about repositioning because his archer is down here, and it's kind of blocked in by these bamboos and behind the clerics. It's also got the HP debuff on it, so it's a little. Doom's gonna be a little bit reluctant to bring him out on the map where these poisoners, and I've also got a dragon lying around, which I'd ideally not like to use it on the archer if I can get away with it. But a +3 unit is a good dragon target. He does have the possibility of 1 +2 unit coming. Wow, this music's loud for me in my ears. There we go. Much better. Yeah, so he does have the possibility of 1 +2 unit. So this is like the highest value unit, unless he decides to upgrade this knight. It's the highest value unit he's going to have left. So if I get a good opportunity to burn it down with the dragon, I will take it. But I've got to kill 1 sorted unit without a dragon. And since it's already got the HP debuff, I'd love it if I could pull it off on that guy. We'll see. We'll see if the opening comes. But for now, I think threatening this exposed area up here, where he doesn't have much offense, is going to be a really good strategy. And hopefully I can abuse this shadow and get in a position. Oh, I want to get this Taoist on this attack tile next turn. But really, like, maybe exploit this bamboo and get some offense going down on that weaker side up here. This also has the side effect of I'm implicitly threatening this cleric with this poisoner, at least to get the HP debuff on it, or the defense debuff, and then maybe later on, like, if I get the defense debuff or the poison debuff on this cleric, then I could dragon it at any point and just KO it, which could also provide me a way to kind of stabilize my healing, because right now it's a little ragged. But we'll see how he decides to deal with that threat. Let's go over to Gengar 601. This is one of the Duck Soup Gaming games. Let me give you a little background on this. So this game is Tribe versus Shaolin. I am Shaolin, as you would expect, and unfortunately I have burned away my shadow a little carelessly. But I got a good amount of value out of him. I managed to steal one of his shamans, which is awesome. So I can like chain res my units deep in his territory. Only downside is that he's got this map is very strong for Tribe if you stick witches on this attack tile, because you can wave enemy units within range of it, and then usually it's like a pretty easy kill. But as far as offense is concerned, he's only got 2 waves, he's only got 1 meat, and he's got a sword lying around, and only 2 shamans as well. So I think how I want to play this out is I'd love to just cripple the shamans, and then all I need to do from there is play defense. I've got all my healers alive. I've got a shaman for freak's sake, so I've got 4 healers alive. If I can take out one of these shamans and bamboo it down, and then I can use the dragon on the other one, and then from there I turtle and poke him with my poisoners until he runs out of units. So I think that's going to be the game plan in the long run. I just need to figure out the excuse me, I had to sneeze there. that'll be the long-term game plan. I just need to figure out how I want to actually accomplish that in practice. I'd really love to get an HP debuff on one of these shamans, because then I can poke it down in 2 hits with the poisoner and then bamboo it. And then that'll achieve my goal of dragoning the last shaman. But I'd really love to not blow this combo potion by just like running in and then running away. It seems like kind of a waste. So I'm not sure how I want to exploit that. Another option is to do something like this and then just say, what's up? How are you going to deal with that? And he has to heal, and then he also has to so it's a 3-hit KO with the axe throw here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 heal. You could meet as well. You could also wave. You could also try and basically wave the poisoner in, and then meet the witch. Which would be a bad move, but he only has 1 meat. I don't know. I don't think it's necessary. Really, what I think I want to do is I want to spend another turn developing. As much as I want to just like engage crush mode, I think I want to remain patient for another turn. I'll leave that Taoist. Well, let's buff up the shadow. Or I'm sorry, let's buff up this poisoner, and then what I'm going to do is once I get my next monk, which probably I've turned 3 cards here, so odds are that I'll get the monk, and then I'll send the non-combo potion monk after one of these shamans and initiate for there. But I think this turn needs to be a development turn, so let's roll with it. I probably won't get the monk. Yeah. So I called that. Didn't get the monk. Last card. That's annoying. But that's okay. I'll probably just have to spend next turn developing too. Maybe he'll come on offense and open up some units for to be fed to me. But man, I'm loving having this shaman. Like the chain heal. Oh, it's gonna be so nice. Because even if he tidal waves me in, like I'll be able to chain heal, res my guys unless he's able to blow it up with the witches, which is not going to be easy. Because even if he waves this monk in to this square, he actually cannot stomp the monk unless he uses his last meat. Which would, I mean, then like what are you going to do about the 2+3 poisoners that are going to be running around? So that's pretty nice. I'm also kind of waiting for his last sword to get on the board, because I'll attack that pretty aggressively. And that's also a second candidate for the dragon, if that decides to show up. But we'll see how he decides to play that. This game against Saren. There is a +3 ninja out on the board, which is scaring the bejesus out of me. But he's playing passive with it, which is pleasant, I suppose. So I'm not sure how I want to handle this. I'm like so bunched up in this area that he's only got 1 Inferno left, which is nice. But it's a little scary. I mean, I could literally spend like my entire turn healing my dudes. And I love having the sniper on this square here. He's gonna use this wizard to kind of chain the attack in and probably poke my my medic there, which would break the link, which would be a little annoying. Maybe if I do that, and then at least that'll force him to do something about this soldier. shots. Grief. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Now that's actually okay, because if I go to here, then 1, 2, 3 with the link, and I can kill it with the scout, presuming the scout's still alive next turn. And if not, then we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let me heal up the sniper as well. Really, I want this medic to be in this spot here. It's a little strange, but basically what's going to happen is if he brings this wizard here and decides that if he attacks the sniper directly, he'll be able to cancel the medic link. But if he's just trying to chain off the crystal, then it'll hit this medic instead, and it'll chain to the sniper instead of going to the medic and canceling my link. But we'll see how that turns out. Forgive me, I'm plotting. I'm plotting devious plans. I couldn't stop the ninja though, I don't think. That could be interesting. I really just need a jar. This ninja is jar bait. I've already blown one, unfortunately, and I need to find a way to kill a +3 unit without a jar. But this ninja is going to drive me insane if I don't deal with it soon. It's an interesting enough move that I think it's worth it. This engineer, putting that engineer there is a little questionable, and I'm still just like begging to get Inferno'd, but I want to take advantage of this snipers. Snipers are so underrated. People don't value them nearly enough, but they are so good if you use them really well. Pale Horse of Death. I feel very sad for you, because you have to deal with a heavy on the attack tile that's medic linked, and that cannot be fun. So what's going to happen here is this archer's going to die. Sit right there, and I'm going to respawn that pyro. Yeah, that's just going to happen. Alright, so this is the first Dark Elf turn that I'm doing today, and Adaza decided to only spend 3 AP this turn, because I think he opened with like 5 AP without thinking about it, and then I probably complained or something, so he felt bad, and so he's giving it back to me to hopefully even things out. So I'd love to have units. Unfortunately, I don't have any Void Monks out in the field, and Void Monks are really, there's really 2 things that you want to go nuts with in Dark Elf and Europe. You want to go nuts with your Killers, and you want to go nuts with your Void Monks. And one of the nice things about Void Monks in this matchup is, if you use your Soul Harvest wisely, you can get your Void Monks up to an HP value where even a pre-scrolled Sorted Impaler takes 2 hits to kill, even if it's pre-scrolled. Because, like, so, I'm not going to actually do this, but it's not going to tell me how much damage that does. I think it's like 10, what it is, it's 1350 times 0.2, right? Or sorry, 1350 times 0.8 is 1080. So if you can get a Void Monk up to 1090 HP or 1085 even, then they become insane. And if you can get 2 up to that, then basically you force your opponent to... Essentially, the only way that those Void Monks can die is from a scrolled, sworded Impaler, and you basically give your opponent like no room for error. Because otherwise those Void Monks will never die, and you can just run around and smash the face of your opponent or crystals, and you can basically choose however you want to win. And that's a strategy that Kevin Spinty employed against me in Tavinat's tournament in the second round, I think, or the first round. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly, but which tournament was it? There was a tournament, and I don't remember what tournament it was. Where we? Oh yeah, it was Tavinat's tournament. It was the consolation round. But me and Kevin Spinty were in a Dark Elf mirror, and he used that against me, and I managed to actually pull off the win, but it involved me like killing all his priestesses, and then barely KOing. I actually even wasn't able to kill the last Void Monk. I just basically turned it into a crystal kill, because he wasn't able to kill my dudes fast enough. But even with like only one Void Monk left, like I still was not able to kill that unit. He was alive at the end. He just couldn't defend his crystals with that one unit. So that's an effective strategy, but yeah, without a Void Monk, it doesn't really matter, does it? So instead, I'm going to store this Impaler. And what I want to do is I want to make this my big threat, because I need to turn some cards. I'm going to drop a potion on it as well. I'm just going to bring its max HP up by another 50, which brings it over the magic 900 mark. And the reason I want this over 900 is otherwise you could bring an Impaler, 1/2 scroll kill, and then stomp my my Impaler that way, which would be pretty rude. And that would be a really bad trade for me. So I want, if he's gonna play the scroll game, then at least I want him to not be able to stomp, which that accomplishes. So that's what I want to do with the Impaler. Now, positioning wise, I'm not sure what I want to do. I swear I had this figured out the other day. One of the things that you could do with this Impaler Necro combo is if he gets a little too close, you can actually pull units within range of the Necro in order to stomp. Yeah, this Void Monk is like, it's a little juicy. Obviously I can't really threaten it right now, but I'd love to make him squirm a bit. I wonder, maybe instead of the potion, I could consider using a Soul Bomb, which would actually accomplish the same thing. Have I used my other one? I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about using a Soul Bomb without having any Void Monks on the board. The one nice thing is that, so basically it gave me 55 HP on all my units, and what that means is that if I put any sort of upgrade on any unit, they get over that 900 HP, which is actually like the perfect amount. You want it to be just over 900, because that makes it 4 AP for an Impaler, 3 AP for a Sorted Impaler, 4 AP for a Sorted Void Monk. The Wraith it doesn't really affect, but basically like all your units become much more sturdy. And so that's really what I want to try and pull off here. Since this turn I can't really get much offense accomplished. So if I do that, then I get my Impaler. up above 900, Necro's up above 900, Wraith's above 900. All these priestesses are over. I mean, they're not gonna get there, but maybe later on with the Soul Bomb, if I'm able to get 5 units again, or enough, and then the Soul Bomb might bring them up above 900 as well. So that's exciting. And now the question is, what do I do with these last two AP? It is not obvious. I think I'd like to put the Wraith on there. Having an exposed train tile is just always scary. It's always scary. It is a nice deterrent for him attacking, but I don't know. Maybe something like this. No, that's literally suicide. Because this is like the perfect formation for that Void Monk to come in and say, "What's up?" So let's not do that. But I'd really love to get a Priestess on this attack tile. He's got the right idea. With this Impaler, like this Necro, the only thing this Necro is doing for me is basically the Phantom. He can Phantom units, but I mean, putting him on the attack tile, like this Impaler is going to do more damage anyway. So there's no reason to have him here, because if anybody comes in range of this attack tile, I'm just going to use the Impaler. So it's not providing me any value. So instead, I want to get him off here in a more useful position, and then free up this attack tile for my Priestess so I can heal my units a lot faster. But I need to do it without putting all my units in a position where they just get insta-gibbed, because that is less than ideal. No insta-gibbing. Insta-gibbing bad. So, yeah, Wraith on that tile. I may even consider swapping. It's a possibility. Because there's really like nothing I can accomplish in this 1 AP. And I need Void Monks. And he's not going to be really able to advance. I mean, good luck advancing on a +2 Impaler that's above 900 HP. Yeah, let's go with this. Let's see how it goes. Alright, I did get 1 Void Monk, so thank goodness. I was a little worried there because it came out last, and I was like, please, please, Void Monk, please come. Alright. Okay. Oh, 20 HP. If I had a jar, what I would give for a jar. I can't kill him now. 30 HP. Wait, whoa. Maybe? How much does this do? Ah, 280. Oh, if he was buffed. What does that do? 3 to 5? Actually, no, it doesn't actually matter at all. Disregard. If he was 320, no, that doesn't really do anything either for me. He would have to be like, that would do enough. I don't know. Problem is I can't leave him here. I've got to do something, because what he can do is he can just 1, 2, 3 stomp and then swap the knight in, and then I'll lose this soldier, and I'll kill a knight. Whoopee. doesn't do me anything at all. So if I moved him up, and did something like this. No, not even that. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna poke him, move him up, deploy here, move him up. I am so begging to get Infernoed, by the way. And that way he's got to heal this ninja, and also the soldier's protected. For the moment, at least. What if I was tricky? What if I was deliberately inefficient? I kinda like that. Basically, I'll be deliberately inefficient, I'll poke him, and maybe he won't be paying too much attention, and he'll think, oh, my ninja's still safe, it's at like 90% HP. But actually, the soldier can kill it, and then I might be able to get it for free. I think it's worth a gamble. We'll see how he decides if he's clever enough to pick up on that. But yeah, like I could do more damage, but actually doing more damage is going to make him more likely to notice that he needs to heal this ninja. So if I do less on purpose, he might think he's okay, and he's not. It's a trap. We'll see how that goes. That'll be interesting. Boy, I'm just like screaming like, please Inferno me, please Inferno me. I get him up to health here, then I can at least link him and upgrade him. I like that plan. Let's roll with this. This is a little gambly, but the payoff is big if I can pull it. If I can get this ninja without using the Jarate. It's basically a game ender. I'll see if I can pull it off. Yeah, not a big fan of buffing the knight. Not a big fan of that. Let's see what I can do here. It's so silly that you can do that. I feel a little bad. A little bad. But yeah, from that position you can actually get 3. He's almost like daring me, like, come crystal kill me. I love having spies on this move tile. Because then nowhere becomes safe. That archer could KO the spy. The spy is very important. Gotta keep him alive. I'd really love to get like one of these demo men involved in this game somehow, or maybe even get this demo man up and running, because he is just all smushed in there. I would love to punish him for it. Something like that. Like, you just put 2 threats on the board and see what he does. I like that. Eventually, I've got to start poking those crystals though, because this is getting ridiculous. He's just all turtled in that corner. I need to force him to come out. This demo man is doing nothing for me back there. It's really irritating. Okay. It's going to pre-scroll that archer. That's very interesting. So this shadow is under threat, but the nice thing is that now he can only attack the shadow with that archer. That's actually an important point. So because he's pre-scrolled, not only now like he's totally dragonable, first off, and second, if he attacks anything other than this shadow, or maybe this monk, he can attack the monk too. Or even the Taoist, maybe if he combined it with with Inferno, then the Taoist could work as well. Basically, now I just put my units in safe spots, and maybe there'll be an opening to dragon this archer. If he gets really crazy, Taoist can actually remove that scroll buff if he gets in range. And if I had more than one Taoist, or even if I had like 3 Taoists alive right now, what I'd probably do is I'd probably just run a Taoist over to him and just poke him and sack the Taoist to dispel the scroll. Because keeping the shadow alive is really like the only thing that matters at this point of the game. But the nice thing is I can get a little crazy with my units now, because anything that he spends the scroll on that's not the shadow, and maybe not, the Void Monk is questionable. Depends on what he chooses to trade for it. He becomes pretty golden for me, as long as it's not the shadow. So now it's almost like he's taken a threat off the board by adding a threat to the board. We'll see how it plays out, but I'm also going to poke this knight again. May consider trying to pick away this crystal if I have to. If you get really stalemated, it's an option. Okay, I made it through all my turns. I'm gonna take a quick break and get some water real fast, and then once I get back in about 2 minutes, we'll start some random games and go over some Dark Elf stuff. So yeah, get excited. Going to learn about the Dark Elves and how to kick some butt. I will be back in 2 minutes. See you then.